And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter. Greg, we've got two teams that boast some serious firepower off the bench.
And that depth makes each team more difficult to defend, more unpredictable. Both sides have a lot of guys who can step up on any given night.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Edey out there with Barnes. Then it's King, and it's Marks in at the two-guard spot.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
For three. Rebound by Williams. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a score for us. An update. Allie?
A bit ago, Doug Christie and I were able to chat. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Guys, back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Hammonds passes to Gonzalez. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
King outside. Pass to Marks. Shoots over Gonzalez. No good off the front iron.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Hammonds kicks to Banchero. Here's Wagner. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Up top, King. And stolen by Wagner. To the middle. Here's Hammonds. And it's King with the rebound.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Here's Marks. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Banchero inside, covered by Barnes. Clock at 6. Here's Gonzalez. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
And Barnes gets double teamed. King with it. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Yep, it counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Hammonds. Last time out, he had 14 points. King with the steal. Now the fast break. King with the ball. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Wagner from long range. Drills the three-pointer.
Tracking the feed. Franz Wagner locked in on that shot.
Now here's King. Marks passes to King. Here's Blackman. Takes the three. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. To stand in terms of emerging young stars, Banchero is very high on that list.
Well, he sure is, Kevin, because he can create shots for himself and his teammates. And as we've already seen in his early years, this guy is at his best in the playoffs, and that's a trait you're always looking for.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. So for the Pelicans, Peters checks in for Edey. Garnett comes in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Ellis in for Marks. King outside. Pass to Ellis. Garnett with the screen for Ellis. Driving the lane and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Now that we have over half of this season completed, Greg, what are you most interested in seeing moving forward?
I'm looking at which teams are going to make that playoff push, right? And which teams are content with slipping into the lottery. A lot will be determined over the next few weeks.
The Magic making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Wagner outside. King with the steal. Shot's good by Garnett.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
King with the steal. Rebound by Hammonds.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Williams finds Banchero. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's where you want to get Banchero the ball. He's got great touch around the basket.
And here is King. Blackman, the pass to Garnett. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Garnett's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Banchero outside. From outside, off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
King, the pass to Peters. Back to King. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Garnett. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Wagner. Banchero trying to get open. And that one's good, Wagner.
And that's a tough basket. That speaks to how determined Wagner is close to the rim.
And it's Garnett penetrating. Now King. His last outing, he had 24 points. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And he gets the bucket.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
2 points. That one goes. 10 points for him.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
King with it. Here's Blackman. Back to King. Rebound by the Magic.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the Pelicans trail by 9. On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Toumani Camara. Keon Ellis is out there with King. Then it's Barnes, and it's Blackman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's King, banked in off the glass. King's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some latent defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Ellis. Back to King. Kicks it out to Ellis. There's the triple. With the second effort. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from King.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Hachimura, the pass to Wagner. Good D by Barnes. For New Orleans, their last game a loss to Houston. Now here's King. He has 6. Barnes looking around. And the dunk by Barnes.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
Magic leading by 3. Wagner with it. Headed now by Barnes. And stolen by Wagner. Pass to Red. From past the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
Yeah, I don't think you can count on that happening every time, but it's a nice advantage when the calls go that way.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Wagner, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What concentration there from Wagner. Accepting the contact and still finding a way to capitalize.
To stand, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
Oh, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill. And he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact. And he will also create shots for his teammates.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. Franz Wagner was asked to describe his game, and he said, I don't know if there's someone who I would say I play really close to. I'm like a tall guard. I try to do a lot of different stuff out there, and I hope when you see me play, you see that I'm having fun and I'm playing for the right reasons. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Pass to Hammonds. King with the block, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Gonzalez, he's checked in for Orlando. Hachimura, the pass to Gonzalez. 4 on the clock. Here's the 3. Another miss by Orlando.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here is King. 6 points for him. Here's Barnes. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from King.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Hammonds. Wagner outside. Orlando needs to get off the shot.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Barnes can't get it to go.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Rose a screen on Barnes. drills it from outside. And now it's an 8-point Orlando lead.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Barnes outside. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Ellis against Wagner. Pass to Hammonds. Shoots over King. And the shot no good, a bit short. Pelicans trail by 6. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Hammonds. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Back to Barnes. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Paolo Banchero comes in for Hachimura. And Rollins subbed in for Wagner. He had a nice open look right there. Banchero's got 8 points.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
King outside. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Gonzalez passes to Banchero. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Outside Rose. Out to Gonzalez. Lets the 3 fly. Up again, and it's King with the rebound. King's got 4 rebounds in this game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. For New Orleans, they have been excellent at the free throw line. Here today, a flawless 6 for 6. No good on that one.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Magic leading by 4. King with the steal. And it's Barnes at the elbow. Kick out to King. Back to Barnes. Shoots the 3. Rollins grabs the board.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a 3-point shooter of his caliber.
Pass to Hammonds. Now, here's Banchero. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. Here's Hammonds. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. King's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, he's had a rough night, but his teammates have picked him up. Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Banchero looking around. Here's Gonzalez. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Gonzalez has got 10 points in the game. Now King, he's got 12. To the inside, Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, He's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy, you can plug in just about anywhere.
Williams, he's checked in for the match. Franz Wagner comes in for Rollins. King with it. To the left wing. Here's Marks. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Now here's Gonzalez. He's guarded closely. Inside, Williams kicks to Hammond. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. 6 to shoot. Here's Banchero. Another miss by Orlando. New Orleans has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Now here's King. 12 points for him. Pass to Marks. The three. Orlando grabs the miss. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Right wing. Banchero, right side. It's deflected. Now the fast break. King with the ball. Pass to Marks. The three. Franz Wagner grabs the miss. Orlando's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And Slim picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Timeout call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Magic have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Pass to Edey. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Banchero outside. And it's blocked. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Orlando out in front, up 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hi folks, it's shaping up to be a good second half as we've seen the Orlando Magic trying to take control of this game.
They're clicking from outside, hard cuts to the ball, and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
You know, for Orlando, they've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part. They've got to tinker with the team until they find that championship recipe.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Franz Wagner in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. Then there's Jalen Williams. Then it's Hammonds. And it's Gonzalez in at the 2. And so that's who Doug Christie starts the second half with. Wagner on the wing. Here's Banchero for 3. And Blackman pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
King outside. Back to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Williams. Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. Shoots over King, and it's King with the rebound. King's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the paint, and the dunk by Edey.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Banchero outside. Good on the triple. Banchero's got 13.
Yeah, the scouting report may tell you different, but you can't just allow Banchero shots at the arc.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Knicks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when I look at the Pelicans, they're by far one of the best teams in the league, continuing to prove that, holding on to that 4th-rate spot.
And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Saturday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing. Totally in rhythm with his team. Barnes goes up high for that alley-oop.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Gonzalez passes to Wagner. Banchero outside. Down low, here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Yeah, what a finish. He used his bounce to throw it down over the taller defender.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Barnes the screen. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And how about the body control? Barnes sets the screen and then a nice spin there to get open.
Banchero outside. To the inside. Here's Wagner. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist. Wagner's got 20 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Edey a screen. Looking to get back on track here. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Wagner kicks to Hammonds. Pass to Gonzalez. Williams a screen. There's the 3. Gonzalez, that's good. Now it's a 7-point Magic lead.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Blackman's shot is off.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Gonzalez, that's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Marks, and they get it. King outside. Now here's Barnes. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from King. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Who are the league's best setup artists? Check it out. Take a look at Slim, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
It's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
Pass to Wagner. Outside Gonzalez. He sinks the 11-footer. Gonzalez has got 17 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here is Ellis. 17-foot shot on the way. That one wide left. Magic leading by 9. Here's Banchero. Up and in on the layup. Banchero's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Kick out to King. To the middle. Here's Peters. And that one good.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Poked away. Pass to Hammonds. Here's Williams. Nice move. Misses the baby hook. Pelicans trail by 9. Peters passes to King. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Hammonds. Back to Banchero. And it's Orlando with another.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
The Pelicans have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Garnett outside, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Rollins checked in for Orlando. Back to Wagner. Outside Gonzalez. To the paint. Here's Banchero. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut back down to 11. Big bucket there from King. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Wagner outside. Inside. And finished off by Banchero.
Well, when he gets it going and the shot is falling, Paolo Banchero can dominate on the offensive end.
Now at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Wagner passes to Banchero. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Slim. Averaging about
Pelicans trail by 13. So the Pelican 5 right now. Garnett is out there with Charles Bassey. Then there's Tamani Kamara. Then it's King, and it's Marks in at the 2. Kamara, and slam dunk by Kamara.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
Here's Hachimura, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
King outside, pass to Marks, all alone. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
To the middle, it's deflected. It's stolen by Garnett. Here's Marks. Up top, King. Pass to Marks. Shot clock at 6. Here's Garnett. He shoots again. King, the pass to Bassey. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Magic moving the ball around. Here's the screen. Hachimura with it. Now Garnett defending. The shot by Rollins, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Magic leading by 9. Pass to Hammonds. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Over to the wing. Here's Marks. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
Hammonds kicks to Hachimura. Pass to Hammonds. Trying to end the drought. King with the block. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. The Magic making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Doug Christie said to his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. Rose, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's time for an injury report.
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Orlando, and the diagnosis is neck spasms. He said the muscles feel hard and tight. They're trying to loosen them up now. Though it'll take some time to fully recover from this injury, the staff has given him the green light to play on it. Guys?
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
Pass to Hachimura. Gonzalez against Garnett. Here's Hammonds. Shoots over King. King with the block. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Williams, he's checked in for Rollins. And then for New Orleans, Zach Edey, he's checked in for Charles Bassey. Tari Eason comes in for Garnett. And it's Barnes in for Tamani Kamara. Edey with a screen on Hachimura. To the left side wing. King. And the dunk by Edey.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Hammonds passes to Williams. Here's Hachimura. He gets that one. And the Magic lead by 9.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Orlando making some changes. And Caro comes in for Hachimura. And Wagner subbed in for Gonzalez. Over in the corner, Williams. A 3-ball. Pelicans pull it in.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 6. And the basket from Marks. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Caro against Barnes. Wagner wide open. Hands it from downtown. Wagner's got 23 points.
That corner shot from Wagner, he must have been feeling it.
And Edey has it in the corner. And here is King. Back to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Wagner outside. Caro against Barnes. Caro passes to Williams. It's sent back by Edey.
Williams, 2 shots.
The first one falls. Gonzalez, he's checked in for the Magic. Trey Jones comes in for Hammonds. And both free throws good for Williams.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pass to Marks. Barnes passes to King. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard. That kind of spring. No lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Pass to Gonzalez. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's his first foul. Hammonds, he's checked in for Orlando.
Substitution on the play.
Here's King to the inside, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Orlando leading by 5. Outside, Gonzalez. They set the pick. Kicks it out to Wagner. Here's Caro for 3. The Magic again can't hit. For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Here's King. It's good. Now just a 3-point Magic lead.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Right there in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
King inside. The shot missing. Excellent D there from Williams. To the paint. Here's Caro. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Caro's got 23.
Yeah, Wagner has the ability to spot these openings and moves the ball whenever he can.
New Orleans moving the ball around. It's stolen by Caro. And here's the fast break. Gonzalez passes to Hammonds. Now, here's Banchero. Trains the three-pointer. And now it's an 8-point Magic lead.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Off the glass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Orlando leading by 6. Now Wagner. Gonzalez against Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. And it misses. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Barnes.
Look how ready Barnes is to play physical. He insists on finishing his motion.
And he makes the first.
Scotty Barnes.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Banchero plays it in off the window.
Well, you look at the strength of Banchero. He was built to finish through contact.
Now Barnes. King inside. Another chance. No one near him. It's in. His shot is pure.
And no fear in Barnes late in the game. This guy is not afraid of the moment.
1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, it's good!
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently not the good defender.
King with it. Williams picks him up.
Coming up with the goods there. Barnes showing he can deliver.
Magic leading by 5. Williams a screen on Eason. 1:02 left to play here in the fourth. Cleared away by Eason. New Orleans has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Gonzalez against King, and he jams it in.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Yeah, look, that shot took loads apart. Zero fear.
And the foul on Tari Eason. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. It's a 3-point game. Here's Banchero. Tries from 10, and the shot goes in.
And the young star, Banchero, comes up huge down the stretch.
Barnes, big-time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. A putback, tried for the putback, but can't get it to go. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit